You are now live.
Shokozani. Kalocha. Kwaye molele khona le abalemani le abalena karanga queen Gogo Dineo le khono re ga iline re bua tattooing phala ya kwa Soweto. Kamani ka Black Crystal Ink Tattoo Studios. Busiso.
Say hi.
As you know, Usbusiso is my tattooist, and I know my sister Buitumelo, wherever you are dying of coma right now. But Queen, you're getting ready for your big celebration today. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, boy! So, I'm with my gang.
57 already.
Yes, I am with Nkulu, Peño, the G, Onika, and then behind there is I'm Tools there, who's holding the camera. You know, the last time I did this, my bae on social media, Dr. Selecta said, Gogo, you should do Sunday motivations with Gogo Dineo. So today I want to do a short motivation on the importance of getting inks or tattoos. It doesn't work for everyone, because you know not everyone has a similar journey, but tattoo are very significant in African spirituality. The assumption is that we actually learned it from the West, but the West learned it from us. Because as Africans, everything that we did was an evocation of something bigger and deeper than what we can see with the eye. So a reason also you find yourself as a spiritualist very drawn to ink is because ink plays something, it invites something in us, you know, or you have a phobia of it is because you are afraid that it's going to invite something in you. It's so funny that my mom, about when I started training, my mom said Uti has had a dream and there was a lot of initiates and they all had different tattoos. You know, I mean, they date back to the BCs. There were mummies that were found with ink on them. So nakaragimo lobedu, kerejwa gomen, kaselobedu, baudia tattoo, baudia marking. Ruwe na utwa gomen, kikamora tsibane uri muthu utwa gomen, nagaya gomen, ngari ke ngwana wa sekhuwe na ngere khule jwa Alexandra. Bya tshere khule jwa Alexandra araya gomen. Ba bantsha ba tlo re ke molobedu ke mokaranga, because Kilobedus are part of the 12 tribes of the Bakaranga. Bavenda also the Bakaranga, the Balodzi are the Karangas. So there's different people who are Karanga. So now you understand why I say I'm Karama Kimulobedu, Jejona, Masega, Gimasega, Kone Masega, Karanga. So back to tattoos. Why are they important for us? Like I said, one is they're also used as a coming of age. Secondly, they're also used as something that is marking which clan or tribe or troop do you belong into. Because also, you know, and it's a permanent thing that happens. I'm not talking about a small incision of kaba for like when they perform certain rituals, bazo kaba umaka kutuena you belong to a certain tribe of the Zulu nation. So it's also a beauty thing, because you know people use it. It's also very important in royalty to mark, you know, the seat of the throne in which one sits in. Then you would have a particular, and for kings and queens there would be, you know, very prominent tattoos that would be displayed on one's body to show that, you know, who walks in here is of royalty, who walks in here is of royalty. So they're not just something else. But also be careful when you do tattoos, because sometimes we do it because of the spur moment. Like the birds I have here, they were like a spur of the moment thing. I'm going to be reviving them because they don't look baby anymore. So all the tattoos I have, for me, they speak to my journey. They speak to my spirit. They are in resonance with the people that I walk with. So that every time I look at them, something in me settles. Every time I look at them, something in me is at peace. Every time I look at them, something in me rejoices. I personally don't ink people's names. You know, I know some people ink people's names. Like I said, you know, different strokes for different folks. I don't. I've been said, hey, Mark, I use symbology for me more than actually the actual names of things, you know. So they speak of the healer in me that is diverse in a heritage, because I've got Indian tattoos, which is my grandmother's heritage. I've got African tattoos that, and anyway, actually all tattoos are African because Africa is the cradle of humankind. So every piece of greatness began in this continent. Do not let them take it away from you by believing it is not so, because when tattoos came to us, they looked like it was something that was trending, something that was cool that artists were doing. We all know most artists are also spiritual people because music on its own, it's a healing form, it's a healing energy. Hey, and Mkulum Kasha tonight, this afternoon I think, is going to be doing a live stream on music. So just know that and think it through, because I think all my tattoos through, I don't just go and just do one. That one on the leg was the spur of the moment thing. But each tattoo, even where it's placed, it has a meaning, because I want to look at them 20 years later in my wrinkles, in my grays, celebrating those ones and have no regret of them. You understand? And I think we are evolving and moving to a time where conformity and formality is changing, and it's no longer what people have said for us, it's becoming what we make of it. So also tattoos should be what you make of it, what speaks to your spirit, what resonates with you. Don't do it because your friend is doing it. Don't do it because Gogo yayenza, Mkulu yayenza, iyenza because nawe bagina bahamba nawe are in alignment with that, because as healers, we don't fit in all the boxes. We don't check all the boxes, because at the end of the day, those whom have gifted you the gift are the ones who are able, who are able to say yay or nay to something, because yibo bakphethe angisho bahamba now, yibo abak interested with this gift. So I'm not very prescriptive. I would not tell. So these ones came with an ink. You already had ink. Where's your ink?
Already had ink. Yeah.
Yes. So today, this is 2 years post Petro getting his other ink that has a significance for him. She already had ink. What's your ink?
It's the I, the Horus, and the I.
Yes. She came in to Petro. We know. We all say, so today we're actually celebrating her because it's a homecoming process, to say she's completed her process. So we're missing some people who probably bebane juba babanega, wherever she's on her way from home. She's also scared. So there are people who are very scared because it is a needle. But there's something as well about tattoos that speaks to walking through the fire and pulling through the fire. It's an act of courage because it's a needle. And saying that despite the pain, I understand that it brings my greatness and I have to climb those mountains. I have to pull through it. But don't do it unnecessarily to prove a point. Do it to prove something to you that's going to serve you. You know, I'm all about doing things that make sense for you and being right by you. Do you, be you, because nobody else was sent here to be you except you. Because there can never be a greater you except you. Because greater copycats don't exist. You understand? Because it's always about the original things that people are doing. So even when you do a tattoo, do something that speaks. It's so funny, on my way here, my ancestors showed me, because I always, every time I'm very cautious of the signs I see. So when you see certain animals as well, don't think that they're just animals. If they are repeating themselves, it's probably spirit saying, hi, I'm here, acknowledge, honor me, I'm walking with you, I'm leading you, I'm guiding you. So one of the tattoos I'm going to do today, it's a spirit animal, which is my late sister's energy that always surrounds me and appears in the random of places, a butterfly. I saw one on the freeway on my way here. I saw it when I was giving birth to my daughter in my bedroom. Early hours of the morning, windows were closed. It came and sat in the duke, and I knew that the females in my family who have passed on are going to be holding me in the theater room as I birth this queen, who is my daughter. So you really need to be able to be mindful and cautious of how your own people are speaking to you. So I hope you found some insights about tattoos. Gangster, are there any questions?
There's a lot of love, Baba.
Yes, thank you for the love.
Somebody said, I'm in love with be you, do you.
Yes, you know, because we live in a society right now that where everybody is forced to conform, where if uyisangoma you have to behave and be in a certain way. But if you're like I don't believe Guti in the bigger scheme of things will lead you into something that will self-destruct the whole. Because sometimes your own personal self-destruction is what you're needing to let go of what no longer serves you. So it's about perception and how we view and see things, because we can see things from a limited perspective, or we can see things from an infinite perspective. So what do I mean by that? If you've made a mistake, it says you've missed a mark. By the time you run again, you're actually running again with renewed energy, and running again with strength, and you are running again with a deeper understanding of how to run better, just because you failed the first time around. So don't be too hard on yourself. So Sunday motivation is about celebrating yourself and knowing that you are doing the best that you can with what you have, and that in this world you can never ever make everybody happy, because remember, different strokes for different folks. For some people, we love you, Gogo. For some people, I agitate you and I love them, because when I agitate you, it means I'm awakening something in you. You know, when I agitate the demon in you, it's because the demon in you is going to die. It's no longer serving you. You understand? So just know that you're not supposed to be seeking love outside, because the love within will keep you going, and it will attract the right kinds of people to you who will actually complement the love that you already have within you. So know that actually the celebrations you have of yourself will attract people who are going to be celebrating you even further. Because I always say to people, I never seek permission from anyone to be a Sangoma. I became a Sangoma because that's what I wanted to be, because I knew that it's going to ground me into whom I'm meant to be, but I didn't know that being a Sangoma was going to help me so in the way that it has helped me so. And I'm very grateful and I'm very humbled by the people who have chosen me to do this work. I'm very grateful and humbled by the love that is shown daily, by the love from my family, from my children, from everybody, because love is such a magical thing. Love is the greatest healer of them all. Love neutralizes hate. Love neutralizes toxicity. And if somebody is giving you toxicity, show them love, because they don't know how to love themselves, hence they are actually projecting that upon you. Why were you laughing? Gangster. Somebody saying
Somebody sent a message to Yogan Slaza. Mkulu on the left is hot.
Yo, go rough.
And somebody, Anika Empress, you are hot.
Yeah, it's glow. We can classify. Once you create that, you know, something in you radiates, because it all begins within. So once within is settled, and once you are content, and once you're at peace, you know, the impossible is made possible. Greatness then comes from that space. It's not going to come from the external, it's going to come from the internal. So I hope you learned one or two things. Spusiso is in Naledi Extension. His Instagram page is Black Crystal Inc. Spusiso, once you get famous, I want my royalties, I want credit. You know, we need to, and I also love supporting Black businesses. He does tattoos in the most. He did my incredible big leopard tattoo, and for me, everything of mine needs to connect to Abang Pete, because I've had a few tattoos by different people, but I remember when I walked in and I knew I wanted a big leopard and a few tattoos, and I walked into Spusiso's tattoo parlor. Something said look up. I looked up, ngabona isithakazelo sikankabinde, ngabona abakithi, ngabona labaswat balabahle, ngathi ngwani lo ngiyamathi wakithi enengwenya mama balabala ngathi I've come home. So this is a person whom whatever that I'm going to ask him to express as a form of ink will be in sync and in alignment with those who have gifted me the gift and continue carrying me in this work. Loves you a lot. That was just Sunday motivation with Gogo Dineo. Catch you mhlambe next week or next time Sizobona. If you love it, let us know, and then also just say what do you need Gogo to motivate you on, because this could be anything that actually demystifies the myths about what it means being a healer, demystifies the myths what it means being an African child, demystifies the myths about what it means just being an out of the ordinary, extraordinary human being that does not fit in the boxes that society has created for you. And Gogo will tap into some divinity within her and share some insights, some wisdom, some experiences that don't necessarily say you should do, but says you could only if you want to. Love you. I'm out.
People are mad about your haircut, Baba, before we leave.
Why?
They love your haircut. That haircut is fire.
You know, the G in me comes out. You know, because we need to break gender stereotypes, conformity, all of those things. You should understand what issues of gender actually came with religion and all those things, man and woman, the igni and the ini and that. because in African society we all had a role to play,
Yes.
and we understood that we needed each other in order for the other to thrive. So it wasn't about the man being more important than the woman, or the woman being more important than the man. And actually tattoos in African spirituality also are believed to celebrate the divine feminine. That's how powerful femininity is in African spirituality. As Africans, we revere our women because